Hey lovers, it is day 2 of LoveFest already. That means we're right in the middle and we've only got one day left. I'm so excited to be with you. I think what I'm going to share with you tonight might be my favorite topic. But then I say that tomorrow night's going to be pretty bloody good too. So, it's all good. I'm just so glad to be here with you. I've been really looking forward to this today. I've had a very busy and interesting day. I might tell you a little bit about it, but let me allow you beautiful women to arrive. And you know the drill. Say hi as you're arriving. I can see the numbers increasing. Yay. Say hi. And also, you know the drill. If you're on replay, just type in #replay and I will be keeping an eye on you. I like to see who's watching. This is when I really want like cool, funky tunes to listen to while you're arriving in, just to set the tone. Maybe you guys at home can play some music, move your bodies, get connected. I've just been sat here doing this with my hand on my heart, hand on my womb, and just connecting in, feeling grounded, setting the intention that I want to speak from my heart today, that I want to feel rooted in my feminine power. I called in my guides and my angels and my spirit team. So you can do that too. Ground your energy, be present, suck the juice out of what I'm going to share with you tonight, because I have a lot to share. And like I said, it's really one of my absolute favorite topics to talk about and teach. Okie dokie. So who is here? Oh, it looks like my Wi-Fi has gone a bit funky. So before I say hello, I'm just going to give me 1 second. I'm going to just text my son and ask him maybe to calm it down on the whole Wi-Fi thing. Can you guys hear me and see me okay? Because I'm getting a little alert here saying the Wi-Fi is not great. Bear with, domestics. I'm just going to... Oh, it's getting better now. Can you guys see me and hear me okay? Well, hey, I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to trust that you will let me know if it goes a bit wonky. I can't wait for tonight too. Yay! All right, who's here? Karen is in the house. Hey, Karen. Hello. Hey, Sarah. Sarah and Karen are saying hello to each other. Hi, darlings. Hey, Lisa. Good to have you. Hi, Joe. Helen is back. Hello. I love this. I love you guys are like returning. Rachel. Hello. Beth is back as well. Hello. I love this. Kate. Oh, yes. My Instagram story today. Yeah, I've been invited to record a teaser pilot for a TV show. Aren't I lucky? Martin Kemp is one of the presenters, as it happens. Yeah, we had fun today. It was good. Talking men, women, and relationships. So who knows, if it gets picked up as it looks like it might, you might see me on a bigger screen. Let's see. For now, it's just fun, and it's really an honor to be invited. Charlie, hello. Good to see you. Emma is back. Hello. Oh, I hope I'm not so blurry now, Kate. Thank you. Yes, you got me. Lucy's back. Hi, Lucy. Hello. Hi, Heather. Hi, Emma. Oh, it's so great to have you guys. Hi. Ruth's here. Hello. As you're joining, the numbers are still climbing. Say hello as you join. Yes, so I had a beautiful day. How has your day been? How are you feeling? And how have you found the day 2 playbook? Pretty intensive questions, aren't they? They really take you deep, don't they, today's questions? How did you find it? I'd love to know. And as you're joining, I can see more people are joining. Do say hi. Love to know who I'm talking to. Yeah, intensive questions today. And I don't know if you picked up on the theme of the line of questioning. Essentially, what I was doing was prompting you to explore what kind of codependent, people-pleasing victim archetype behavioral habits you have going on. Because that's the stuff that sabotages our relationships. It sabotages our relationship with ourselves first and foremost, but it sabotages our relationships generally, whether it's our intimate relationship, our parenting, colleagues, friendships, you name it. This is the stuff that sabotages us connecting healthily with other people. But the good news is, and I made sure that this was printed at the top of every page of your playbook today. The good news is your habits can be changed. It's just a behavioral habit. It's not who you are. It's really important to remember that. It's just a behavioral habit. It's not who you are. And what did I write at the top of the page? Yes, you are not your behavior. You are a beautiful spirit. The truth of you is a beautiful spirit. Your behavioral habits, as I alluded to, or maybe not, I very directly probably spoke about last night, your behavioral habits are your humanness. That's not who you are. And habits can be changed. And I stand as testament to the degree to which habits can be changed. And I'm continuing to heal some of my codependency stuff. I'm pretty good with it now, I've got to be honest. But there's stuff I'm far from perfect. Sometimes my victim archetype absolutely comes up. And it's just a part of me that's looking for love. But we are going to talk much more about that tonight. And I'm so excited to share more about that with you because it is game-changing information. So stick around tonight. I've got real game-changing information for you. Emma's saying very deep, deeper than I've gone before. And that's saying something, Emma, right? We've gone really deep with your coaching. But like I think I said this maybe on the Sunday night, the pre-live, you hear what you're ready to hear. And I wouldn't be surprised, Emma, with the work you've done so far, you're now available to hear things differently. So I don't think it's that you haven't seen this line of questioning before. I just think maybe you weren't available to really go there before in the way that you are now. And last night we were talking about the importance of self-acknowledgement, right? When you're on your transformational journey, acknowledging your growth every step of the way is really important because unless we do, we can't continue to move forward. We have to kind of acknowledge where we've come to and through acknowledgement, we integrate it. We actually receive it and allow ourselves to embody it. And then from that place, we can keep moving forward. So the self-acknowledgement piece as part of, remember the 7 pillars of self-love that I shared yesterday? That's one of the integral phases of transformational living. You can't miss it. You cannot miss it. So Emma, and I think part of my guidance with you last night was to invite you into deeper self-acknowledgement. We all got to do it. I don't know if I've shared this. I haven't. Hello, Kendra. Hi. Good evening. My word for this year is celebrate, because I decided that I haven't historically been celebrating myself enough and celebrating and acknowledging kind of my own growth and what I achieve in a day, what I achieve in a week, who I'm becoming, how I'm evolving, fun and play that I'm enjoying. Like I wait until the end of the year because I have at the end of every year, I sit and I do a huge, I spend hours reflecting on the year that's been and then visioning for the year ahead. And it's a really important part for me closing out a year and calling in a new year. I spend a lot of time going through my diary, going through my calendar, going through all my photo albums, going through my journals and picking out everything that I've done throughout the year. What brought me joy, what brought me fun, what I'd achieved, financial goals ticked, all the different things. I leave it historically for many years. I've left it to the end of the year to do that. And I look back and I go, wow, that was a much better year than I thought. And I surprised myself every year. And at the end of last year, I went, I'm not doing that anymore. I mean, I'll keep doing that practice, but I'm not going to wait until the end of the year to acknowledge myself. So this is now a daily, weekly, monthly, regular practice for me. And I've actually brought it in every Friday in my Love Lounge membership. We all celebrate something at the end of every week. It's really important. Kim is here. Hello, live. That's amazing. 6 hours behind yesterday. Yeah, great to have you live, honey. Really, really great. Emma, love the meditation today. Oh, yes. Who enjoyed the meditation? It was the healthy relationships meditation, wasn't it, today? Who else did that one? Yeah, healthy relationships. It's a good one. And that meditation I designed specifically for women who are going through a process of healing their people-pleasing codependent patterns. So, yay. I'm glad that you enjoyed that one, Emma. Hi, Jess. Good to have you. Hi there, it's Carol. I'm feeling bad as I could not find or open the playbook today. I decided I should still join you to hear what you have to say, as I love your wise words. Oh, well, don't feel bad. I mean, you can feel bad if you want to feel bad. Your choice. What a shame you couldn't get the playbook. The link has been sent to you if you're registered for the LoveFest. But I'm sure you can find it. And there's a catch-up page with all the links too. Laura's back. Hello, great to have you. Yes, Sarah, it is in the emails. Thank you. Yes, you're agreeing. Kim, the questions made me realize how much I've grown and I should be proud. Ka-ching. Yes, I love that. Claudia's back as well. Love it. Happy to be here. Happy to have you here. Okay, Sarah is helping Carol with something. Thank you, Sarah. That's really kind of you. Rachel, yay. So good to have you. Okay, so like I said, I have something really juicy to teach and share with you tonight. I'm really, really excited to dive in. Just to show we're going to be, check me out. I've done another little presentation for you. We are going to be checking out this theme of, well, love yourself, of course. You are not your behavior. You are a beautiful spirit. So I'm going to dive into some very powerful teachings around that this evening. But before I do, if you're receiving my emails and if you're getting my text and Facebook bot messages, you might have seen a little line that says, come tonight because I've got a big announcement. I have a big announcement. I want to tell you about this before I dive into the teachings tonight. So stay with me because I got a lot to share. I've been squirreling away behind the scenes, essentially gathering up all of my best offerings and packaging them up with a big, pretty red bow to share with you tonight. And it's called, I wish I had drum roll. It's called the Self-Love Essential Collection. The Self-Love Essential Collection is a body of work that, well, I'm incredibly crazy proud of. It felt so good to pull it all together. And I know that it will benefit every single woman that has registered for LoveFest. If you are relating to anything that I have been sharing, and you're really you're honing your awareness, that's what we're doing here, right? I'm disrupting you. I'm purposefully making you uncomfortable. We've talked about why we're doing that. We don't get change without that awareness. Your awareness is so heightened now, you want to know what to do with that. The how comes in. It's like, why am I feeling this way? Well, awareness is giving you some of that information, and you're going to get loads more tonight and loads more tomorrow night. So don't leave me. I've got much more to share with you. You've got all this wonderful awareness, but then the how question comes in. So how do I heal that? How do I overcome that? How do I change that? How do I show up differently? I'm going to show you. So the Self-Love Essential Collection. Emma's here. Replay. Emma, we're live, honey. We're live. The Self-Love Essential Collection is, right, bear with me. I've made notes because there is so much in here for you, and I'm so excited to share it. If you want to take this work deeper, if you want to actually do the work, if you don't want to just have the knowledge and you want to apply it to your life and create lifelong lasting change, this offering is for you. And I'm unapologetic about it. It can and will change your life. You do have to do the work, of course, but that's the point. We gather all this amazing awareness, and then we have to do the work. I've done it. I've got many clients doing it. So what is the Self-Love Essential Collection? There are 2 very powerful online courses included in it. Now, the first one is called Self-Love 101, happens to be what we were looking at yesterday in a nutshell, but it's an intensive 16 module program that you can do in your own time. I love it when my clients do a module a week. You don't have to. 16 modules that are divided into 3 sections: living consciously. So we're kind of working with your head. Living connectedly. So we're working more with your heart and soul. We're moving down into the body. And living, what's the last one called? Living courageously. How could I forget courageously? So daring and mighty. So essentially what we're doing in Self-Love 101 is you're going to be understanding why you think and feel the way you do. You're going to finally explore your childhood conditioning, and you will learn specifically how to break the sabotaging patterns of behavior that you learned in childhood. You're going to develop a very powerful spiritual connection and practice. That's absolutely key. You're going to harness the power of forgiveness. Remember, we touched on forgiveness yesterday. You are going to forgive yourself and others to a degree that you didn't even know was possible. You will heal your inner child. You're going to connect with her and heal her. And what I'm going to teach tonight is going to explain to you why that's so important. You're going to learn how to develop a deeper, more loving and authentic relationship with yourself from your heart. You'll learn how to connect to others with compassion, kindness, understanding, and love. You'll discover your highest core values and how to make big life decisions with ease. Ooh, what else? You're gonna, well, what am I saying here? I should have put my glasses on. Oh yeah, of course. You're going to tap into your deepest, most daring and mighty desires. You're going to create your own life rules. You're going to learn the power of asking and receiving. You're going to learn how to manifest your dreams. You're going to learn how to keep yourself on a high energetic vibration so you can manifest, call in, and receive everything that you desire. So like I said, that Self-Love 101 is a 16 module course. There's 16 workbooks, 16 audio trainings and video trainings, and more. Now, that's just one of the courses that's included in the Self-Love Essential Collection. There's more. I feel like one of those QVC infomercials, but wait, there's more. And there is so much more, actually. The other course included in the Self-Love Essential Collection is Love Yourself Free from People Pleasing. So much of what so many of you have already shared with me today, I'm like, I've had to hold myself back from saying, just do the Love Yourself Free from People Pleasing course. It's going to change your life. It will change everything for you. You'll gain even more awareness that you're going to gain here over the 3 days. And please know tonight, the awareness you're going to create tonight, I have the most profound training for you. So please hold on. It's really, really good stuff. I've lost track of what I was going to say. But yeah, love yourself free from people pleasing. So many of you have shared comments with me. And I'm like, I just want you to do this course. This is for you. It's game changing. And I got 10 yes or no questions to ask you. So just listen to these questions, feel into them, and just what's your truth? Is it yes? Is it no? Because if the statement is true for you, you absolutely, if even one of these statements out of the 10 is true for you, you absolutely need to do this course, Love Yourself Free from People Pleasing. Okay. Ask yourself, your happiness depends on whether everyone around you is happy and approving of you, no matter the cost to your own well-being. That was me, tick. Focusing on others has meant you have lost your sense of self. That was me, tick. You feel the need to fix everyone. Yeah, that was me in my relationships, tick. You feel damaged and not good enough. You need to be perfect all the time. Oh my God, that's one sometimes I'm still working on. Happiness and peace is meant for others, not you. Your emotional ups and downs make you feel crazy. Ooh, that was a huge one for me. You have anger bubbling under the surface a lot of the time. You have obsessive thoughts and a very loud inner critic, which is tiring you out. Ladies, how many of these are you relating to? Comment, feedback to me. You say yes when you mean no a lot. If you can tick even one of those, and I know who's watching. I've been watching your comments. I know how I shared LoveFest and what about it attracted you here. So I know you're going to be ticking quite a few of those. Yeah, Claudia's related. Claudia, I love you. Thank you for being so brave, courageous, honest. Awesome. Yes. Me too. I did. Now, not so much. I've done the work and I've hired the coaches and I've invested a hell of a lot of time and energy in myself and my healing because I wanted, like I shared last night, my deepest desire was a healthy relationship. It was a beautiful family. I wanted to be professionally better. I wanted to have healthier relationships even with my clients because I was people pleasing and codependent with my clients, and that wasn't helping anybody, right? Helen saying I can say yes to a few of those. Totes. Lucy, totes. I'm such a teenager sometimes. Lucy, nearly all of those. Okay. Rebecca, ooh, I say yes sometimes when I mean no, and then I'm a martyr. Right. So brave. I'm loving you guys. 3 ticks and 2 maybes. Yes, Sarah. There's always more for us to do, right? Jess, 7 out of 10. Awesome. You guys are awesome. Thank you for just modeling your courage. So cool. Lisa, I put pressure on myself to be perfect all the time so I don't get criticized. Right? That's got to stop. What a freaking energy drain. What an energy drain. What a total waste of your time. And I say that with love. So much love. Why do we do it to ourselves? We do it because it's just what we learned. We learned a way of doing life. It's a habit of behavior. Habits can be changed. Yeah. Karen, I've said yes to a lot of them. Yeah. And clearly you're not alone, honey. I realized a lot doing the playbook today. Yes. It is exhausting, Claudia. I know it's exhausting. Okay. So let me go back to my notes. Oh, Kendra's saying ticks for all of them, although I've done a lot of work on these areas, following the Daring and Mighty Mastermind, lots of work still to do. Honey, we are all, I really invite you to own this, all of you, because most of you, this isn't your first rodeo, right? Most of you have done some personal development, personal growth, healing work. To be honest, if you haven't, you're probably not ready for me and my teachings. Okay, if you're resonating with me and my energy and the way I share, you're kind of already on the path. It's not brand new information. But we're all on the path to different degrees, and there's always more. There's always more. And could you give yourself permission to go for the more, go to the next level? Like, why do we cap ourselves? Like, well, I've done that work. That's enough, tick. But your soul's going, I haven't finished expanding, and I'm not going to finish expanding and growing until the day I die, actually. So you're going to ignore the call for greater expansion? I hope not. I don't. I couldn't. That's just, it's literally soul destroying. Hey, Layla, good to have you, honey. Okay, so in Love Yourself Free from People Pleasing, in that 6 module course, so you get 6 worksheets, 6 audio trainings, there's video trainings, plus stuff. I'm going to say plus stuff because I promise you, I'll give you the link to the page. You can read it all. It's the longest sales page I've ever written in my life, but bear with, there's juice in there for you. So you will overcome your childhood programming, the root cause of your people pleasing, so that you are free to live life on your own terms. You're going to heal family dynamics with total compassion, understanding, and love. Yeah. You're going to master the art of asking for what you want. Hallelujah. We uncover and rewire your money story. Actually, that part of the program is one of my favorite parts. Really dealing with your money stuff. Because if you've got any martyr behavior, victim archetype behavior, people pleasing, codependency, any of these sort of sabotaging patterns of behavior, it's not just affecting your relationships, it's affecting your financial flow massively. It's affecting how you are showing up in the world and feeling and being purposeful and really, really of high service, because you're wasting so much energy in the sabotaging behaviors. It's so, like Claudia said, it's exhausting. What a waste of energy. You're here to do something a little bit more important than waste energy with that, right? You're going to cut the cord with the feelings, behaviors, and hurt you want to leave behind. Amen to that. You're going to connect with and heal your inner child even more. So Self-Love 101 introduces you to the inner child and the importance of healing it. And it's sort of, it's like low-level inner child healing. Love yourself free from people pleasing totally takes that to the next level. Because it has to, because that's where you heal, is through the inner child. You're going to work with your emotional self-sabotage, ensuring you're truly clearing out the behaviors that no longer work for you. You're going to learn 3 proven techniques to release you from anger, worry, stress, and sadness. Hallelujah. So that you can enjoy peace, joy, and love with ease. And that's just the first 2 courses that are included in the Self-Love Essential Collection. Also, so what I was trying to do here is I just got so juiced up and excited at the idea of creating a one-stop shop for you. Okay, I wanted you to have everything I could give you. And please know, like, I don't want you to get overwhelmed by how much I'm telling you is included in this program, because when I tell you the price in a minute, the price, if you only did one little element of this entire offering, you'd have felt like you got value for money, because I've slashed the price so much. So even if there's only one thing in here you think, you know, that's really for me, the price point will be worth it. And then you just get loads of bonus extras to dive into as and when maybe you will. You also get 4 meditation albums. So in addition to the health benefits of regular meditation, these particular albums, which are written and recorded all by me, by the way, will bring you deep self-awareness, self-appreciation, and self-worth, emotional healing and forgiveness. They'll help you connect with your spirit team and universal light. They will open your heart to healthy relationships. They will help you to manifest powerfully, and they will bring you to present moment peace. Also, with the meditation albums, just to say, I have included, and this is something that I've never actually offered before, not in this way. I created an album for children called I Am Daring and Mighty. And so if you heard my story last night when my dad said, "You or I can do anything, Katie," and he had the Theodore Roosevelt quote on his office wall about daring mighty things. When my son was a little boy, I created an album of, I think there's 7 tracks on the I Am Daring and Mighty album, and they're for kids. And it teaches children transformational living in a really upbeat, light, fun way. I sometimes listen to those tracks myself as my own guided visualization, because they're so great. They're not just for kids, they're absolutely for adults as well. But if you do have kids, and if you do want to introduce them to these concepts early, so that they know that fundamentally, I am loved, I am safe, I am trustworthy, I am enough, life is for me. If you want them to have that abundant mindset from a young age, they're going to love those meditations. Also included in the Self-Love Essential Collection is an offering of mini courses, expert interview series, and hundreds of hours of life-changing content. So you can basically replace Netflix. Okay. So wave bye-bye Netflix. And instead, it's like daring and mighty flicks. Okay. Self-love flicks. So there's a mini course called the Abundant Love Manifestation Series, which is just a small 10-day program that will move you from scarcity to abundance in life and love. It's really cool. There are 2 expert interview series that I have hosted. Some of you may have seen them before, maybe not, but here you just get them instantly in one place to dip in and out of as and when. So there's the Next Level Love interview series where I spoke to women over 40 who had called in the love of their life, and they share their stories, and I pick it all apart and explain to you what each woman did to call in her person. And these women are not clients of mine. So it's not a staged thing. These are women out there in the world. A lot of them are experts in their field, but they shared how they called in love over 40. And we need these role models. It's really important to have role models like women like these. So you get the Next Level Love interview series. You also get the My Menopause interview series where I interviewed like 20 experts from around the world around menopause. So if you're midlife, this is information you need. And the reason I've included that here, by the way, you're probably like, what's menopause got to do with self-love and relationships? Everything. Because as you're going through hormonal shifts, it will not only impact your emotional state, your relationship with yourself on all levels, it will impact who you're in relationship with if you aren't masterful and mindful of what's going on in your body. And like I said, hundreds of hours of life-changing content. So I have videos in there on topics ranging from self-love to masculine, feminine energy, to healing from people-pleasing, to dating, love, and relationships. There is so much cool content. You literally can ditch your subscription to Netflix, your subscription to Prime, to Now, to Sky. You don't need it anymore. The other thing you get with the Self-Love Essential Collection is a whole bunch of PDFs and checklists and videos, which, okay, so who here relates to what I'm about to say? The thing I hear most often from women is, but I don't know where to start. I don't know what to do first. So they're doing the work, they're doing the healing work. They know they need a daily practice. They need a daily spiritual practice, a self-love practice. But where do I start? I don't know what to do first. I don't know what will support me in the day-to-day. I don't know how to journal. Should I do the same thing every day or mix it up? What will work for me? I have the answers for you. And I have actually made it easy for you by creating a bunch of different PDFs and checklists so that you can create your own daily support plan, your own spiritual practices plan, whatever it is that you think you need. And I guide you to what it is that you think you might need. You can pull that together for yourself. So you don't wake up and go, oh, I don't know where to start. I don't know what to do. You won't have that problem anymore. So I'm like simplifying the process for you. Yeah, I won't say any more on that because I could go on all night. I'll give you the link in a minute and you can check it out. I'm actually reluctant to give you the link right now because I want you to concentrate on the training I'm about to share with you. Maybe I won't give you the link. Maybe I'll give it at the end. I hadn't thought that through. And there's more, but wait, there's more. I got some bonuses for you. So in addition to all that I've just said, the 2 courses, the mini course, the self-love flicks, in addition to all of that, you also get an entire month free membership to the Love Lounge. And that's where I can personally coach you. So we have 2 group coaching calls a month in the Love Lounge. We have masterclasses. We have the most incredible community. Please, ladies, there's a bunch of you here in the Love Lounge. Please, can you just give some vibes for what the Love Lounge is like? Maybe give me 3 words on what you get from it. What does it mean to you? The Love Lounge is the most sacred, special place. And this is where all of the growth, the healing, the transformation that you're experiencing while you're working through courses like Self-Love 101 and Love Yourself Free from People Pleasing. As you're moving through that work, you get to not only be in community with women who are doing the work, but you will see that daily there are little prompts, there are little journaling prompts, there are affirmations. There's chat going on in the group. I'm in there. Every Friday, I'm doing the card reading, and we're celebrating together. We're doing group coaching calls together on Zoom. So it's not me talking to a screen like this. It's I see you, you see me, I coach you, I support you. You're there in community, and you're taking all of the teachings and the healing and the growth, and you're practically applying it with my support, with the support of other women who are doing it. And when stuff comes up for you, you ask a question. Remember, the final pillar of those 7 pillars of self-love was ask. The Love Lounge is that space. You ask me for help. You ask your sisters for help. You're not sure how to tackle something, you ask them. Look, here we go. We've got Rebecca's saying, Love Lounge is an awesome community of women, loving, accepting sisterhood. It's a safe, supportive, and inspiring space. Community challenge support. I should do the 7 a.m. club, right? Again, Rebecca, we loved that, didn't we? Amazing group of support and love. It's the best place to be with like-minded, lovely ladies. I'm fairly new to the Love Lounge and get so much out of it. Katie and all the members are there for you. So much support in the Love Lounge and direct from Katie. So glad I joined. Support, safe space, caring. It's freaking awesome, right? It's just great. And I have a real passion for growing that membership. I think there's something very, very magical happening in that space that is beyond me. And I'm loving witnessing what's happening there. So you get a whole month free in the Love Lounge. And of course, you're invited to stay on beyond that if you would like to. Okay, so what's the investment for all of this? Oh, hold on. Sarah's saying it's a bloody bargain. So Australian. It's a bloody bargain, mate, for how much you will gain from it. Yeah. The Love Lounge is where I've finally been able to ask and receive. That's beautiful, Rebecca. Thank you for sharing that. And I'm so glad you have, since being in that membership, your wings have spread, haven't they? And you have taken flight. And I love witnessing you. So I'm going to tell you the investment, and then I'm going to tell you that there's a fast action bonus, and that you're going to die for. So I'm quite enjoying selling this. It's such an easy sell. It freaking sells itself, right? Okay, so the investment, it's £497. It's valued at, I would say I've put it on the sales page, it's valued at £1,500, but you're going to get £1,000 off because you've come to LoveFest. That's genuine. That is absolutely genuine. If you went onto the website and if you tried to tally up all the different elements of the Self-Love Essential Collection and put a price point against it, it would be over £1,500. But you actually can't do that because there's stuff in it that's not available anywhere else. And there's no package like it available anywhere else. So yeah, Sarah's saying drum roll. Yeah. Yay. So it's £497, £1,000 discount, that is. And you don't have to pay it in full if you don't want to. You have the option to do that over 3 installments of £170. So it's 3 payments of £170, or in full, £497. Pretty bloody good, right? Now, this entire offer ends on Sunday night at 8 p.m. That's the 1st of May at 8 p.m. I will close the doors and I will close off access to the program, full stop. I haven't decided when or how I will reopen that and what the price point will be. But £497 is the price point because you have come to LoveFest. So let me reiterate, this program will only be available until 8 p.m. on Sunday night, the 1st of May. Okay? Is that the 1st of May? Have I got my dates wrong? Can someone check? Sunday, whatever the date is this Sunday. I feel like it's the 1st of May. And drum roll, fast action reward, fast action bonus for the first 10 women who purchase. You will get a 1-to-1 private 30-minute call with me. That would be cool, wouldn't it? We get to jump on Zoom, just the 2 of us. And the point of that call is for you to, excuse me, let me know where you're at and why you invested in the program, so that I can then very specifically point you in the right direction. Because you just heard there's a ton in the Self-Love Essential Collection. There's a ton there. So where do you begin? You get on a call with me. If you're one of the first 10, you get on a call with me, and I'll guide you through. And I say, look, I think you should do this program first. I might even say, do this program, but you know what? Start with that module, because that packs a powerful punch. And that's exactly what you need right now. And here are the daily practices that I suggest you begin with, and focus on that meditation, and that meditation, and watch that video and that video, because those two will specifically support those modules of work that I've just told you to do. You don't have to figure anything out. I know the program inside out. When you tell me what's going on for you, what you need, what you want to change most, and like what you're up for most, I'll show you the way. Okay, so I know it's a lot in the program, and I almost feel like I'm apologizing that there's so much. If you're feeling like, oh my God, it's so much, I don't need all of that, the price point of $497 is the value of one of those courses. So if you just did one course, you've received value for money, but you're getting so much more than that. And there's no rush. You have lifelong access to all of it. And like I said, you don't even have to pay all upfront in full. You can pay in 3 installments. And the final thing I just want to say is, Sarah's saying, count me in. Oh, Lily's here. Hello, darling. Sunday is the 1st. Thank you. And Amanda's here. Hello, honey. Sounds amazing. Yes. I know I've missed a bunch of comments. I will go back up and have a look. What's Layla saying? Indeed, pretty good value for money. Pretty good. It's not pretty good. It's very good value for money. Rebecca's got brain exploding emoji. I love it. You have time to make your decision on this. Like I said, you do have until Sunday night. The first 10 women will be the ones that get the private call with me, though. So just know that as soon as those 10 places are gone, and they'll go, as soon as they're gone, you don't get that chance anymore. So the sooner you make your decision, the better. And something I just want to invite you to remember is the power of saying yes to yourself. So your decision, because you might be thinking, when I invest in that, my transformation and healing and change can begin. But actually, you just even considering it right now is the beginnings of your transformation. You're already activating your healing journey by considering it. Saying yes to yourself actually says you're asking for help. It suggests that you're valuing yourself enough. And quite frankly, right there, if you're looking to work like this, if you're here at LoveFest, there is something within you that's looking to value yourself more. So even just saying yes to a program like this is beginning that process of transformation and change. And remember, setting intentions, saying yes to ourselves, it's all energy. And as we do that, we're moving energy, and things around us are going to start to shift immediately. A lot of my private clients, when they say they're going to come work with me, it's a significant financial investment. And the just in them saying yes, things in their life starts changing, and we haven't even begun coaching yet. Right? It's just, this is what happens, and our soul gets excited. Things start shifting. We start making more empowering, confident decisions because we've said yes to ourselves. So before you even invest, things are going to start to change. But I just looked at the time, and it's time for me to move on. So it's there for you. I can't wait to share the link. Shall I quickly share the link? Let me quickly share the link. Hold on a minute. Let me just go over to Facebook. I'll quickly pop the link in. So if you will only see this link if you're watching this through my Facebook feed. Okay, there it is. And you will, if you have registered for LoveFest, receive an email later tonight with the link. Okie dokie. So let's dive into some trainings. I know I've missed some comments, but I'm going to carry on. Yes, it's insane value for money. Amanda, you're so amazing. You've helped me masses already. It's a yes. Thank you, darling. Love you. Awesome value, yeah. And can I just say, like, look at you women. I mean, I am so, so lucky to be in the company of women like you. You have no idea how you energize me and fill me up. It's such a win-win. And it's so beautiful. Karen, the Love Lounge, has given me the courage to celebrate my achievements. Yes, you've been amazing with that. Katie and everyone in the group are very supportive and amazing. Thank you for sharing that. Oh, Kelly's here. Hi, Kelly, darling. Great to see you. All right, let's dive into some training. And let me have a sip of my chamomile. Oh, hold on. Rebecca said something fun. The moment you decide to transform, things happen, right? Something happened to me today based on my responses in the playbooks and my intention for LoveFest. And you bring something important up because I've seen quite a lot of comments in my feed. I've had personal messages. I've seen stuff in the Love Lounge where can you feel there's this like this love vibration? It's really electric right now because we've all chosen intentionally to be in this space. It's really cool. I love it. Anywho, let me hold on one sec. Just need to hide that. Come back to my comments. Okie dokie. All right, darlings. Let me take a breath because I'm going to change gears because I really want to teach something profound now. Just give me a minute. Because this stuff is game changing. I want to talk to you about healing the victim archetype. This is the ultimate act of self-love. Let's briefly explore how your childhood experiences is shaping the woman you are today and how a small child is currently running your finances, career, and relationships. A lot of you are going to relate to what I'm going to share now. So let's look at the life of a victim. And I kind of feel like in fact, let me just go back a slide because you'll start reading that and get distracted. The word victim has a really heavy energy, doesn't it? And I'm going to show you by the end of this evening how much I love the victim. The victim is such a gift in our lives. She is such a signpost to what you are ready to change. I love the victim. Now, we don't like behaving like a victim. It doesn't feel very empowered, and it absolutely puts us in a childlike state. But it's showing us something. So before I even begin this presentation, I invite you to just allow yourself to drop the heavy energy around the word victim, because as you're going to see, I want to give the victim a complete rebrand. And I want to show some love to the victim, because the victim is a part of us that is desperately looking for our unconditional love and kindness and compassion. And until we give that part of us that self-love, we cannot have the healthy relationships that we desire, because actually we're acting out like a child. And please know, everything I share with you around this topic is with so much love. Okay, so this is the experience of the victim. She gives her power away. Just with self-love, kindness, we're not judging ourselves here, just with love and kindness, notice what feels true for you in your life. She gives her power away. She thinks that other people make her feel the way she does. She makes others responsible, excuse me, for her not feeling good. She thinks her answers are outside of her rather than within her. A sense of having to keep it all together. She often feels unsupported and unloved. She doesn't feel worthy of love or physical attention. She feels responsible for others. She's often emotionally on edge. She has a nagging sense that she's playing small, which is soul-destroying. She knows she's hiding her gifts and talents. She's searching for love. And by the way, the victim won't necessarily, your experience, your expression of your victim archetype won't necessarily be all of these, but there will be many that you recognize. And it goes on. She works hard to earn love. She works hard to be seen, heard, and understood. She puts others first, by the way, to her own detriment all the time. She has a habit of keeping up appearances. She takes care of other people's emotional needs. She doesn't know how to find happiness from the inside. She looks externally for validation and self-worth. She has a sense that she doesn't really know who she is. She finds it difficult to answer questions around what she really needs and wants. She's always on a treadmill seeking external validation. We all know how exhausting that is. She finds it difficult to trust others, and she has this sense of entitlement. And there's more. She often feels overwhelmed. She's scared of what others think of her. She's scared of rejection. She's walking on eggshells, plays mind games to get the attention from others. She plays emotional games to get the attention of others. Nothing is ever enough. She blames everyone else. She feels hard done by and ripped off, judgmental of others and self. Everything is everyone else's problem, and she expects to be let down and disappointed. That last line, that has been huge for me throughout my life, and it can absolutely still come up. It's a lot, isn't it? It's a lot. But wait, there's more. There's a theme tonight. She doesn't expect to succeed. She often feels angry and resentful. She often feels submissive. She thinks she has no control over her life. She thinks, she childishly thinks that life should be fair. Self-pity becomes normal. She has low energy and little vitality. She feels depressed, hopeless, exhausted, and she oscillates between feeling entitled and feeling resigned. Just before I go on to the next slide, I wonder how this is landing for you. I would love for you to share in the comments, and let's just be courageous. How do you feel when you hear this? How do you feel when you acknowledge what elements of the victim archetype are showing up in your life? So this is the voices inside the head of the victim archetype. This is the noise that she hears in her head. This is the stuff that makes you feel like you're going crazy. This is the stuff that really exhausts you. I'm a failure. I'll be rejected. It's not meant for me. They won't like me. I'll not be enough for him. He will leave me. Money never lasts. I'll never have any money. Why don't they know who I am? No one sees me. I may as well give up. I'm so busy. I never have enough time. I never have enough money. I'll never be able to ... He's so lazy. Why do I have to do everything? It's so unfair. Yeah, Helen is bravely sharing. I can relate to a lot of those from my past and some in my present. And that's showing that you have done a lot of good healing work. And that it can be an ongoing journey. Layla, it's a lot, but it's also true. And I can relate to most of it. It is a lot. But I felt like I didn't want to hold back on this. It's really important that we just really get how sabotaging this is. And I'm going to just do the reminder once again. This is a habit of behavior, and behavioral habits can be changed. This is not who you are. This is conditioning. We can overcome that. Yeah. Carol's saying, I've definitely said yes to many. They're not as strong as they used to be. I fluctuate between them now. Yeah. There's levels and layers to this. I can relate to expecting to be let down and disappointed. I can be judgmental and didn't realize that was victim. Joe, I can relate to many, but proud to have worked on some too. Beautiful. Kate, I can relate to a lot, but interestingly, not so much in my personal life, but more in the workplace. Yeah, it's going to show up differently for everybody. I hadn't realized all these things. Wow. Yes. Rebecca, I realize how much more aware I am, but also how far I have to go. I really resonate with waiting to be let down and how it holds me back in forming strong female friendships, which I so desire, but have so much baggage and lack of trust around. And I see you healing that in the Love Lounge, by the way, just to say. But I hear you on that one, darling. Yeah, I do. And so, Claudia's slipped in with, yes, still relate to many, but also recognize how far I've come, especially in the past year and a half. That's amazing. Okay. The other disempowering voices of the victim, I'm alone. They don't hear me. They don't know what I need. This shouldn't be happening to me. What did I do to deserve this treatment? They never consider my feelings. Who do they think they are? People just don't give a damn. No one appreciates me. Why do they always get all the breaks? They're going to make a fool of me. They don't respect me. I will always be alone. I will always feel alone. You don't have to try. Don't bother. It's not worth it. My partner should love me. I know it's a lot, right? So here's the thing though, our victim archetype blocks us to receiving. When we are in victim energy, we are blocking ourselves to receiving. We are literally saying, I am not worthy of having what I desire. Because when you feel unappreciated, resentful, exhausted, and empty, your energy is blocked and closed. Can you feel that? You are not open and available to receive. And for those of you desiring to call in healthy relationships, so if you're in a relationship and you want to deepen that, it's this victim energy that manifests in all those different ways with all those different voices and chat going on. That is an energetic drain, and it's a huge energetic block to you being open to receiving a beautiful, healthy flow of love backwards and forwards. Victim energy becomes your energetic field, and that energy field tells other people and tells the universe that you don't expect too much, that you expect to be hurt and let down, that you expect to feel insignificant and small. So just let that land for a second. Your victim energy becomes your energetic field, and that's how you're relating to the world. We get what we think about, we get what we feel. So just take a moment to consider, where in your life are you being a victim now? Is it your family relationships, your intimate relationships, colleagues and friends, work, money, learning and education, adventure? Is it holding back your ability to have pleasure and fun, your health and fitness, contribution to the world, feeling purposeful, your spirituality, that connection? Like, how might it be impacting you? I'm just going to have a look at the comments while you consider that. Fairy, she said, I can relate to a lot of these and am more aware of them much more these days. The challenge is how to stop them, as some are so ingrained. I just go onto autopilot. Exactly. That's why I invite you to take a look at the Self-Love Essential Collection. The Love Yourself Free from People Pleasing course is probably a good place to start for what you've just said. Okay, so the next piece, let me just take a look at this one final comment. Kim saying, I notice now I'm very turned off by people who are in victim mode now. I saw that in a guy recently that wanted a relationship and I walked away. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Once you dial into your own awarenesses of the victim and do your own healing, you really are acutely aware of it in other people. But with the way I teach and coach around this, my hope is that as you heal yourself, the process to healing is self-compassion, it's self-kindness, it's self-understanding. And as you develop that for yourself, you can have it for others, so that when you see somebody else in victim, it doesn't trigger you and make you angry so much as you will have compassion for them. Yeah. Sarah's relating to that. I am a bad receiver and working on it now after realizing this. Yeah. You're learning to receive. And thank goodness, without the awareness, you'd stay not able to receive. Yeah. Karen's relating a lot. Thank you for sharing so bravely. So what I want to take a quick look at now is our basic human needs, and we all have them. Every human has these basic needs to fulfill, and we either get these basic needs met through positive behavior or through not so positive, perhaps self-sabotaging behavior. And our basic human needs are certainty, safety, significance, connection, love, and variety. We need to meet these needs to feel, to survive. These have to be met. So how do we meet them when we're coming from victim archetype? So like I said, there's positive ways of meeting our human needs and there's negative ways. So the need to feel certain, safe and secure in the world. We need to feel that. That's the human experience. The way the victim archetype gets that certainty isn't very helpful. It gets certainty by not having to take risks. Because when you're in your victim, you don't have to risk rejection or failure or judgment from others because you don't take a chance. That feels safe to the victim. But the truth is, it's soul destroying not to unapologetically live the truth of who you are. You can't grow if you're not willing to take risks. But the victim will try and convince you, no, I can get my safety by behaving that way. Yeah. Significance is another fundamental human need. We all need to feel significant. There's nothing wrong with desiring to feel significant. It's just how you go about getting that significance. Can you internally resource it? Or do you need to always be on that hamster wheel looking outside of yourself to get it? Now, for the victim likes to be right. The victim, when you're in victim, you get to be right. It doesn't feel great to be wrong, does it? Right? So your judgment of yourself and others feels unquestionable. And so you feel right. You can avoid feeling vulnerable. So this is what the victim thinks. But would you prefer to be right? Would you prefer to be happy? Another survival need is connection. So for the victim, attention and validation is what they're getting. Manipulating others to feel sorry for you or to collaborate in your stories around how tough and unfair life can be can have you feel connection, love, and significance. That's not a very healthy way of getting it, right? There are healthier ways to create connection. The victim will try to tell you otherwise. Love. You feel needed and important when you're in victim. Your sense of responsibility for the well-being, success, or fulfillment of others and their appreciation and value of your support can feel like love. It feels good to feel needed. This is the trap of people-pleasing. When we're taking care of everybody else, we're taking care of their emotional needs, making sure, everybody else is sorted to our own detriment. We can almost kid ourselves to think, well, that's okay because, as I'm helping them, I'm receiving love. So it's a win-win, but it's to your own detriment. Yeah, it's not true. There are other healthier ways to receive love, and you deserve to receive love without having to put yourself last. Variety is another basic human need. The need for mystery and surprise. For the victim, walking on eggshells, worrying what others think, and waiting to be let down or disappointed might sound horrible, but to a victim, this keeps things interesting because she never knows what's coming next, approval or judgment. So it keeps her on her toes, and that's like one of our basic human needs. We like to be kept on our toes. We like surprise. We like variety. We need it. But that's a really unhealthy way of getting it, to be like literally looking over your shoulder, waiting for, am I about to be approved of or judged? It can be exciting to try something new, like a business or a relationship. And this is the key to unlocking your true potential, is the healthy way of looking at it. So let me just take a quick look at the comments. Me too, but I notice I'm still in victim sometimes. So me too, but I notice I'm still in victim sometimes. So feel a bit hypocritical. You're not hypocritical, my darling. No, it's just a process. There's just a little more healing to do. No, darling. Well, not just you. And can you love the part of you that's judging you right now? So, okay, what is the original victim? So this is the bit that I get really excited about, because this is where our answer lays, and this is the proof that you can change your behavioral habits. Because actually, what's the original victim? What's really going on when, as an adult, we're behaving like a victim? We've got victim archetype behavioral habits going on, such as people pleasing, codependency. and all the different things we've listed earlier. Um, when we've got that going on, actually, what's happening is there's a part of us from some time ago, usually in early childhood, but it can be in, later teenage years, even later, but usually it's early childhood. And there's that part of us, that part of us on that timeline, something did happen. There was an experience where you at that point in time didn't receive the love, the attention, the care, the compassion, the kindness, the understanding that you needed then. And because you didn't get it, you made it mean something about yourself. What happened? You made something mean something about yourself. Often, I'm not enough is a fundamental, like at the root of it. I'm not enough is probably what you made it mean. And so that part of you is desperately looking for your love and your care and your attention. And so when our victim archetype comes up and out, all it is the original victim, the original little girl, probably, that should have received different treatment at the time, something should have been explained to her differently. She should have been cared for in a different way. She deserved it, but she didn't get it. And it's not too late. And this is where reparenting our inner child becomes a crucial part of healing this archetype, which is why like everything in the Self-Love Essential Collection will support you with that. It is the how. It is the step-by-step how. So as an adult, if you're feeling overlooked and undervalued, the key to feeling empowered is through identifying your original victim and finally acknowledging what was never acknowledged and lovingly supported at the time. Regardless of the details of her experience, for whatever reason, the child made it mean something about whether she was fundamentally enough, fundamentally worthy of someone's time, attention, kindness, and love. She probably learned she had to work hard for love, attention, and to feel remotely significant in the world. So it's time to reparent that part of you. That little girl's fear is holding you back and stopping you from trusting others and not allowing you to live your most fulfilled and aligned life. So you will know that your inner child is out of sorts if you feel any of this. If you feel scared or anxious, alone, worried, insecure, too much or not enough, unsafe, sad, screaming for attention, tantrum and rage, shame, neediness, looking for someone to parent and nurture us. How many of you show up like that in relationship? Often our own children can trigger our little girl. It's like, what about me? I remember when my son was about 2 and I was very much in victim. And his emotions definitely triggered that part of me. It was like, what about me? It was my child, my little girl inside was going, well, who's going to give me attention? It's not very helpful. It doesn't lean to conscious, proper adult parenting. Thankfully, that was at the time when I was beginning this journey and getting a lot of support, so I could consciously parent. Unloved, not enough. So that's what's going on when your inner child is out of sorts. But your inner child is in good shape when you're feeling nurtured, safe and trusting, relaxed and peaceful, patient, accepting, understanding, compassionate, joyful, free, spontaneous, cheeky, playful, lovable, enough. So this is what I was saying before. The victim is a gift. The victim needs a rebrand. She is the key to claiming your power, and she shows you where you need to heal. She's awesome. I mean, I'm simplifying this training here. If you come into the Self-Love Essential Collection, you're going to get way more training on this. I go into way more detail about the inner child, what I believe the original victim is, and how to heal, and a step-by-step process to support you through that. The victim is not bad or wrong or shameful or embarrassing. She's a signpost showing you how to live your best life. She is the gateway to your liberation and freedom. There is no better way to love yourself than to take responsibility for your life. And let that sentence land. There is no better way to love yourself than to take responsibility for your life. Reparenting the inner child is a journey from disempowered child to empowered woman. Amen to that. So when we heal the victim, we move into a space of expecting something different. So as we heal, this is the new dialogue that begins to go on in your head, right? So remember what we were saying before, what our victim archetype is saying. This is what we're replacing it with. I expect the best. I can see the best in others. I don't have to do it all alone. I'm supported by a loving universe. Everything always works out for me. I know whatever I experience is an opportunity to grow. It's safe to feel my full range of emotions. Life feels full, juicy, and abundant. Life is happening for me. I'm overflowing with love, joy, gratitude, money, and friends. I can trust life. I can drop judgment. I'm safe to be me. I'm important and valuable and worthy. There is more than enough for me and everyone. I am powerful. I'm in charge of my life. I'm a perfect spirit. I mean, can you feel the massive shift there? This is where we're moving you from disempowered original victim into empowered woman. It's a growing up. It's that you're growing up yourself. And you're not ignoring. This is the problem with the way we've given the victim a hard time. We turn our back on that part of ourselves. And that is the worst thing we could do, to turn our back on that part of ourselves. Like we're ashamed of that part of ourselves. Actually, that part of ourselves is desperately looking to us for love. If we could love that part of ourselves, we can grow up that part of ourselves and integrate healthily that part of ourselves into our adult self. So we're integrated and full and complete in a healthy way. We're not disowning a part of us, which is so unhealthy. It's so self-sabotaging. And then how the hell do we think we can have healthy relationships when we're behaving like that with ourselves? If you want to bring the fullness of you into a relationship, you have to integrate the fullness, all of you. That means looking at those parts of you and bringing them in, healing them. Layla has said, inner child healing is very powerful. I'm currently in the midst of it and didn't realize how important it was to acknowledge the original victim and acknowledge what she experienced and how important the connection to that little girl is. I feel so much love, trust, and worth for myself because of doing this work. You're right in the middle of it, Layla, and I so honor you for sharing that you are, and you're doing amazing with it. And thank you for that. Thank you for sharing that. So I invite you to ask yourself, if I stopped playing the victim and loved myself unconditionally, what could my life become? Just going to let that sit for a second. Sarah saying, I know there's been a lot of comments, but I'm not going to be able to keep up with all of it, but I will come back and look at it tomorrow. Sarah saying, that's awesome. I've been doing this work too, and I can't believe the power in simply expressing and showing compassion to her. In a split second, I feel she's suddenly feeling calmer. Yeah, inner child work is really powerful. Really, really powerful. But where do you even begin with that? You begin with the Self-Love Essential Collection. It's all there for you. The degree to which you desire to be extraordinary and do life differently is the degree to which you will need to dig deep to uncover wounds and heal. So, ladies, it's time to take back your power. Yeah, do you get that statement? This is so powerful. The degree to which you desire to be extraordinary and to do life differently is the degree to which you need to dig deep to uncover wounds and heal. Yeah. I invite you to come join me at the Self-Love Essential Collection. Like I said, the first 10 women get a private one-to-one 30-minute call with me. Oh, Helen, A Life of Freedom. I have an image of a dancing lady. How gorgeous. Yes. Okie dokie. So if you've got any questions for me, I am available to answer them. How are we feeling? I know I've missed a bit of chat. I'm not too sure. It looks like there's quite a bit there, but I might go back to it depending on how we do with questions. And I have some questions from earlier today that I need to jump back into Facebook and have a look at. Hold on one sec. Let me find those original questions if I can. Here we go. Okie dokie. Right, let me just have a sip. So I'm going to answer, I think there's 3 questions over on my Facebook feed from earlier today when I posted the Ask Me Anything post. My aim was to try and wrap up by 9:30. It's currently 9:15, so we've got 15 minutes. If you do have any additional questions, please throw them in as quickly as you can into the comments here, and I will do my best to get to as many as possible. I think, have you just shared the link again, Sarah? Thank you, darling. Okie dokie. If anybody has, I haven't got all my systems open at the moment, but if anybody has already purchased the Self-Love Essential Collection, can you please celebrate yourself in the comments? Don't keep it to yourself. What's that, Kim? Kim Connell. I don't know what that is that you've written there, darling. I don't understand what that says. Okay, so I'm going to start with the last question I saw and I'll work my way up. Jess asked today, my question is about moving through feelings. I know it's something I need to do, but I also know that I can easily create a feeling with a story or belief that isn't helpful. It's hard for me to figure out which are the pure feelings and which are the ones caused by unhelpful thoughts, that it's more useful for me to work on the belief. For example, I'm feeling the pain of loss, but also rejection. The rejection pain part comes from a belief that I'm being rejected as a person, which I know isn't really true, but it hurts if I let myself believe it. I hope that makes sense. It was more of a one for yesterday's topic, so I understand if not relevant today. Oh, it doesn't matter if it's not relevant. I'm not fully understanding your question, Jess, and I feel like I want to talk to you about this. And maybe you could bring this into the Love Lounge and I can coach you on it on our call. I believe we have a call on Thursday, early evening, don't we? But initially what's coming up for me is I'm sensing that, see, here's the thing, we feel our thinking. And so whatever we're thinking, we're going to be having feelings around it. And I feel like you're almost choosing, you're trying to figure out what's it okay to feel and what's it not okay to feel. Or I can't really work out what you're saying. It feels to me though that you're judging on what you can and can't feel, or looking for a way to understand which feelings you're legitimately allowed to feel and which ones you shouldn't be. But all feelings are relevant. All feelings are allowed. There is no right or wrong. And when you say that you're feeling the pain of loss, but also rejection, it's like you are allowed to feel both. And I would invite you not to make yourself wrong for one or the other, if that makes sense. I'm just going to go over to my other screen to see if you're here and said anything. No, you're not there. Anyway, I hope that's helpful. But you know what? Let's pick that up in the Love Lounge and maybe bring it to a coaching call so I can actually talk it through with you. Kim, hello, has asked, I realized how much I've changed when I went through the questions this morning. The old me was a people pleaser, martyr, and controlling. I love myself too much now to engage in those behaviors, but I still tend to isolate myself, especially when things get hard. Yeah, I get that. Most of my close relationships in the past were unhealthy, and I no longer have contact with them. It feels like I don't have any friends now that I've stopped being the giver in relationships. I can't figure out why. It seems harder now that I'm older to find others who are healthy and supportive, both men and women. Yeah, I hear you, Kim. And I mean, I'm not hearing the question clearly there. I can't figure out why it seems harder now that I'm older to find others who are healthy and supportive. Darling, have you set the intention to call in, and have you set the intention to make yourself available to receive new friendships? Are you more aligned with the belief that they don't exist, or it's hard to later in life, or there aren't as many people as you that have done the work? Are you more aligned with those beliefs than you are with holding the desire for what it is you want to call in? I feel like that's the question I want to ask back to you. Because until we make the unapologetic decision, I am available for new friendships, we're not available for the new friendships. And there might be, what's coming to me as I say that is, there might be even, and just feel into this for yourself, check this out for yourself, and there might even be, I'm going to ask you, is there maybe still some pain because of the close friendships that you've lost and you no longer have contact with? Is there perhaps still some grieving around that? Maybe some disappointment. I don't know what the feelings are for you, but do you have some feelings around that that is actually still looking to be acknowledged and felt and released? Is there perhaps some forgiveness work to do? Because I think that it's hard to call in new friendships if you've had such painful experiences with friendships, if you've lost people in your life. Trusting others, allowing them in, can feel difficult, right? So you might not even be ready to make yourself energetically open and available to receive in new relationships if actually what's really going on under the surface subconsciously is, I don't want to get hurt again. So there's quite a few threads in there that I've just mentioned, and some questions to ask yourself. So I invite you into a little bit more self-inquiry on that. Oh, you're there. And you said, yes, I have. And that was a goal this year after moving. I'm working on it now. Instead of working on it, how about allowing yourself to receive it? So that's moving more into the feminine. So the masculine energy wants to work on it. The feminine makes herself available to receive it. And right there is actually quite a state of vulnerability. And are you really willing and able to receive it? How healed are you from those past relationships? Does that make sense? Jess, sorry, couldn't type fast enough, but yes, let's do that. Okay, we'll talk some more on a coaching call. No worries. It just might be easier. And then let me go back to Facebook to the, well, when I say I know we're on Facebook, but I'm going back to the Ask Me Anything post from earlier today. Okay, Emma, you have shared a lot. Let me have a look here. Love today's questions and definitely feel like I'm digging deeper than I have before. Some really interesting things have come up for me. The most interesting thing and what stood out to me the most is how I stay in control of situations and how I act when I'm not in control. Good awareness. My actions are largely the same. For example, I turn off the phone, notifications, ignore my phone, toy and tease to gain upper hand, use provocative language and flirting, go quiet, MIA. Is this odd or normal? I'm not going to comment on whether it's odd or normal. It's how does it feel to you? And how is, oh, I think you actually go into this now. I was going to say, how does it feel for you? And does it result in healthy, connected, intimate relationships? Because obviously what you're doing there isn't, you're not being your authentic self coming from love. There's a conditioned self that is acting out, right? And we don't judge that. It's not who you are. It's just behavioral habits based on previous life experiences that you've had. I can also see clearer than ever the mixed signals that I am sending constantly, right? I'm glad you're having this awareness, because that will start to change this, mostly because I don't share how I feel. Today was a massive step forward when I sent a text saying that I was disappointed in recent behavior. I got an immediate response and an apology. The plus in all this is that I can now see what I'm doing and I can make improvements. Yes. I feel like you're answering your own question here, if there is a question. The other main standout was the realization the impact of my behavior is having on the people I care about most. My parents, they worry. My friends, advice that I rarely listen to. My man is clueless due to my mixed messages, doesn't really know me, can't get close to me, can't really read me, and consequently need to get close to me. This is such courageous sharing, Emma. Thank you so much. And this awareness is going to be shifting so much for you. I want to make subtle changes to help with this, as I tend to be extreme, especially with men. Any help on this would be appreciated. I'm not sure how you're asking me for help here. You're already doing it. I mean, you're noticing what's not working, and today you took, in your own words, a massive step forward by sending him a text saying that you were disappointed. So you courageously, you dug deep and you spoke your truth, and actually it had an immediate response that was positive, because your truth was coming from a place of love. It wasn't reactive. So, darling, I'm not too sure where the question is here and how I can support you right now in this short amount of time. But if you want to jump on a coaching call in the Love Lounge, please do. Okay. I'd be so happy to support you there. But once again, I just want to invite you into self-acknowledgement. Yes, that's it. Yes, yes, yes. Remember, self-acknowledgement. Okay, let me go back to the other comments. Okay. Sorry, there's quite a lot. I'm just trying to catch up. Sorry if I miss anything, guys. I'm going to do my best, and I will come back into this tomorrow. And if I've missed anything, I will respond by text. Kim said, compared to the lessons in this webinar, how long is each module in the self-love series? Oh, I don't know how to answer that question. Compared to the lessons in this webinar, there's 16 modules in Self-Love 101, and there's 6 modules in Love Yourself Free from People Pleasing. So Love Yourself Free from People Pleasing, each module is an audio training. There's some little videos, but the key training is audio, and they're between 60 to 90 minutes. And then, of course, there's the worksheets. In Self-Love 101, every module is probably about an hour, but then it's the worksheet, it's the work. So it's a bit hard to say how long is the lesson. I mean, maybe that's what you mean, because it's how long you put and how much time and energy you put into the worksheets that's key. I hope that's helpful. Katie said we get lifetime access. There's no limit. Yes, there you go. Oh, thanks, Sarah. Exactly that. What Sarah said. Yes, we do. You do get lifetime access. There is no time limit. You've got more than enough time. And if you're already trying to tell yourself, I don't need it because it's going to take too much time, notice that. Carol's saying, I think you're helping me with my unsure thoughts. If I end up getting back with my ex because we fall in love again and it doesn't work out, I'll not see it as in victim mode, but as a powerful growth, and love myself more, as I was encouraged, as I was courageous to try. Ah, beautiful. It does feel powerful. And that is a self-love interpretation. That's great, Carol. Thank you for sharing that. Emma is saying, I feel like my victim is still at play around dating. You won't be alone in that, darling. I feel like in other areas, I've done the work for my career, friends, family, and these areas are working. Relationships with a man aren't. Yeah, it's I'm going to put myself out there and say the relationship with a man is probably way more vulnerable than any of the others, right? It requires so much more vulnerability. And that's probably why. And that's the next piece for you. So it's healing with career, it's healing with friends, with family. That's starting to get better. And then the next new frontier is relationships, like an intimate relationship with a man. Yeah. Kim's saying, yeah, it all makes sense. Good. Joe, I don't share how I feel, then explode. Yeah, that's a thing. That's what we do. I don't see the question in there, but you're just sharing, I think, Joe. And yeah, that's, oh, maybe that you wrote that while I was reading out Emma's share. Yeah, I think that's probably what you were doing. That makes sense. That's what happens. And we don't feel particularly empowered when that's happening, right? And right there is the tantrum of the inner child. And it's the victim that the subtext is probably, you should know how I feel. Why should I have to explain it? Or the other side of the victim, the other voice is, I can't be bothered to share how I feel. I can't be bothered to go there. Why do I have to explain it? And so we don't. And then the martyr builds, the resentment builds, and it doesn't go away. We explode. And it feels horrible. It feels out of control. There is nothing worse. So the Self-Love Essential Collection, the courses in there, the trainings in there, the videos in there, all the support that's in there will help you to be emotionally masterful. So you're not having those experiences. You don't deserve to have those experiences. And the people you love don't deserve that from you either. And that's the pain point, isn't it? It's like, it's bad enough you feeling it, but then the people that you love around you feeling it too and being impacted by it, it's just a double whammy. It's like a shame sandwich. It's horrible. Again, you are not your behaviors, and habits can be changed. My pleasure, darling. Oh, Kim, I'm sorry, I meant the amount of questions. Oh, that right. Okay. I can't answer that easily right now. Every single module has a different amount of questions. Some modules will be a lot less than what we've done in this playbook. Some will be a lot more. I'm interested to know why you want to know that answer. Putting it back on you, Kim. Sorry. With love. That's interesting, Emma. Maybe that is why I want to try with my ex again. It means I can move out of victim mode. With someone new, I might go back to it. Well, if you aren't coming from victim, you won't go back to it with anybody, my love. Oh, yes, I did manage to stop myself mid-sentence to my other half this evening. Did you notice that you were about to react rather than respond, Rebecca? Well done. Okay, my darlings, it's now 9:30, and I did say I wanted to finish at 9:30. You will stop getting the best of me if I carry on too much later. I want you to have my best energy. So I trust that you've received a lot from this evening. Tomorrow night, oh, I can't wait. I can't wait for tomorrow. It's what I'll be sharing with you tomorrow is really super empowering. If before we leave, can you just type in one word? How do you feel? One word. How do you feel? Anybody considering joining me in the Self-Love Essential Collection? Let me know. I'd love to know. Maybe you're going to still think about it, feel into it. Maybe you haven't even looked at the sales page yet. You will be getting an email this evening around that. Thank you. You're welcome. You're so welcome. Great, Rebecca. Love having you here. Love feeling you here. Layla, so glad it's been useful. That's awesome. My pleasure, Carol. Thank you for being here. Good to have you back. Emma's feeling empowered. Rebecca's feeling that it's possible. I love a bit of possibility. Helen, open and lighter. Great. Sweet dreams to you as well, Kim. Thank you for being here. Oh, you guys, so wonderful to spend some time in your company. Layla's feeling restored. Love that. Love that. Restored. Sarah, I joined as soon as you sent the link. I feel happy. Did you, darling? Oh, yay. Yay, yay, yay. Sarah, hopeful. I love that. Hopeful. We love a bit of hope. Yeah. So great to be with you all. I hope that you will join tomorrow night for our final night. Don't miss it. There is more to come. we're only halfway through. Well, now that I finished night 2, we're kind of more than halfway through, aren't we? But I can't wait to see you tomorrow night. Verity, thanks, Katie. Inner child comes up once again. We'll look at the sales presentation sent after. My pleasure. Yeah, if it's coming up again and again, it's looking for something, right? And it's such a beautiful, precious part of us. Like, I gotta say, it's really joyful work healing the inner child. It really is. It's such an important, precious part of you. And bringing her in, integrating that part of you is the most liberating, the most empowering experience, and it will transform your relationships. Oops, hold on. Lisa's exhausted with thoughts. I love you. Yeah, I understand that. Sleep on it all, darling. Be kind to yourself. Be there or be square, Sarah says. We love hope so much. I changed my name to it. Exactly. You so did. I love that. Okay, darlings, good night. I will see you same time, same place tomorrow night, 8:00 UK time. And yes, the replay will be available to you. If you're registered for LoveFest, you will have received a replay link, which has everything in one place so that you can catch up as and when needed. And if you want to come and join the Self-Love Essential Collection, please do remember the offer completely shuts down on Sunday night at 8:00. And the first 10 women who join will get a 30-minute private call with me to explore how to get the most out of that program. And I will bespoke a plan for you personally. That's pretty cool. We get to meet each other and like begin the juicy work. You're welcome, Lisa. Oh, thanks, Sarah, for sharing the link again. You're awesome. All right, darlings. Good night. Sleep tight.